Today we're going to talk about storytelling. If you want your content to perform better, you need to learn how to tell better stories, because the reality is you can have great ideas, valuable information, even strong editing. But if the storytelling isn't structured properly, people won't stay long enough to receive the value. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 of the most powerful storytelling technique that you can start using immediately to improve the way you write scripts and create videos. And once you understand this, you'll start thinking differently about every piece of content you make. Let's dive in. The first principle is what I call the dance. All great stories are a dance between context and conflict. You give a little context, what's happening, who's involved, and what the mission is. And then conflict shows up. You give more context, progress is being made, things are moving forward. And then another conflict appears. This back and forth dance is what keeps viewers locked in, because conflict creates open loops in the brain. An answered question, unresolved tension, and context helps close those loops. So subconsciously, viewers keep watching because they want resolution. Now, tactically, there's a very simple way to implement this. Instead of structuring your story with, and then this happened, and then this happened, you want to structure it with, this happened, but this went wrong. That led somewhere, therefore, this changed. Using but and therefore forces conflict and consequences into your storytelling. Using and then just stacks information, and stack information feels boring. So when you're writing scripts, constantly look at your beats and ask, where's the complication? Where's the disruption? Where's the turn? Because that dance between context, conflict is what creates momentum within the story. The second principle is rhythm. There's a natural subconscious pacing that is suiting to the brain. You can feel it when someone speaks. There's an ebb and flow, a rise and fall. Good storytelling sounds smooth, not because of what's being said, but because of how it's being delivered. One of the most tactical ways to improve rhythm is through sentence variation. Short sentences, medium sentences, longer, more descriptive sentences. When you stack too many sentences that are the same length, the delivery becomes monotonous. It starts to drone, and subconsciously, viewers disengage. But when you vary your sentence length, something happens. The writing starts to feel like music. Cadence, there's pacing, there's energy to your delivery. So when you're scripting, don't just focus on the meaning, focus on the sound. Mix your structure, break your flow, and create verbal dynamics, because storytelling isn't just written, it's heard. The third principle is tone. The most engaging storytelling uses a conversational tone. It feels like they're in the room with you, like they're talking directly to you, not presentation to an audience. And this matters because tone determines connection. When your tone feels formal or performative, viewers feels like they're being talked at. But when your tone feels conversational, barriers drop. It feels natural, personal, sometimes engaging. So when you script and record, frame it like a one-on-one conversation, not a speech, not a presentation, but a conversation. That shift alone changes your word choice, your energy, your delivery, and most of all, your authenticity. And the more conversational your tone feels, the longer people stay engaged. The fourth principle is direction, and this might feel counterintuitive, but the best place to start when writing a story is the end. Before you build the middle, first you have to define the destination. Ask yourself, what's the final idea I want to land? What should viewers feel last? And what line should stick in their mind? Because the last line is the emotional landing. It's the takeaway. It's the moment that often determines whether someone shares the video or remembers it. Once the ending is clear, you can work backwards. You can build conflict toward it. You can structure the dance in the middle. Without direction, stories feel scattered. But with direction, every beat feels intentional. Now, the fifth principle is story lenses. In today's content landscape, just having a good topic isn't enough, because many creators are talking about mostly the same things. What makes your story stands out is the lens you use to tell it. Think of a topic like a beam of light. On its own, everyone sees the same beam. But when you place a prism or lens in front of it, the light refracts differently. That lens is your angle, your perspective, your unique framing. You can approach different subjects through different lenses. You can approach one topic in a psychological way, in a strategic way, in an emotional way, cultural or analytical approach. The more distinct the lens, the more original the story feels. So before scripting, ask yourself, what's my spin on this? Because differentiation lives in perspective, not just topic. The final principle is the hook. If people leave at the hook, the rest of your storytelling doesn't matter. So there are two ways to level up your hooks immediately. First, your opening line should be punchy and indicative of the plot. Viewers should instantly understand what the video is about. No opacity, no vagueness, no delay. If the first line doesn't grab attention in short-form content, you lose the viewer. Second, visual hooks are more powerful than audio alone because people's eyes perceive faster than their ears process words. So when you open a video, don't just say the premise, show it. Put a visual on screen that confirms what you're talking about. When viewers can see the idea instantly, retention increases dramatically. So remember, get to the point and show while you tell.